beer! All hail to the ale! And welcome the wine for the ladies. Good evening. All right, Esquire. Yeah, got yourself a pint, mate. Yeah, nice work. What's your name, pal?
John.
John! Beautiful British name. You're drinking from a plastic glass there, John. Would you like a glass to drink from, mate?
Certainly would.
You certainly would? Fantastic. Yeah. What do you do for a living, John? Tell me.
I'm a plumber.
You're a plumber? It's fucking beautiful, that. It's a proper job in it, Squire. Come here. Looking fantastic, isn't it? Eh? Here, John, tell me, why is it that you plumbers can never actually quote us the actual price? £45 plus VAT. Tell us how much it fucking is. It's £52.87p, don't you know that? Still, what are your knees worth? Now, you're beautiful. Is that your missus?
It is.
What, you're married?
Yeah.
Yeah? Fantastic, it's beautiful. How long have you been married?
3 years.
3 years? How's it going?
All right.
All right. How's it going, love? Okay. I'll walk away, shall I? Plumbing matter, I'm sure now. Get your ear. What's your name, Squire?
Clive.
Clive! Beautiful British name. Classic, that. Clive. You don't hear that often, do you? Eh? Clive. It's not Clive. What's your actual name, Squire?
It's Klaus.
It's Klaus. More on that later.
Still beer.
Do you want a glass, mate? Do you want a glass to drink from?
Go on then.
You'd like one, would you? Yeah. What do you do for a living, Klaus? Tell us. What do you do for a living?
I work in advertising.
You work in advertising. Generally India, what's your name, sir?
Jeremy.
Jeremy! Beautiful British name. What do you do, Jeremy? Tell me.
I design mobile phones.
You design mobile phones. Jeremy, tell me, when you got that job, did you turn to your dad and go, "No! You listen to me, old man! This is something that I have to do!" Okay, so what's your name, Squire? Chris, beautiful British name. What do you do, Chris?
I design ships.
You design ships? That's more like it, isn't it, eh? What sort of ships, mainly? Chris? Warships. That is even more like it, isn't it? All you can do is like, well, let's put the buttons a bit higher up. Should we make the key guard active for $9.99? No, let's not fucking bother. Hey? This guy, ooh, where should we put the cannons? This is fantastic. That's a proper job, isn't it? God bless you. Get your ear, the tall fella, too tall. What's your name, sir? John. Another John, beautiful British name. What do you do, John? You're a banker. And which bank do you work for, John? Tell me.
UBS, mate.
The UBS Bank. Has anyone here got a UBS Bank cash point card? No. It's not a proper bank, is it, mate? You're a city boy, aren't you? Hey? Is the market confidence rate, is it? Fucking well, I hope so. You get £1 million Christmas bonus. I'd be confident. I don't know about you. Parasite, take us all down with you. What's your name, sir?
Chris.
Chris, beautiful British name. What do you do, Chris?
Logistics.
Logistics. Narrow it down, mate. When I pop out for a pint of milk, I'm doing logistics, aren't I? Food distribution. You still really haven't told us what you fucking do. Yeah, when I'm sorting out the peas and the carrots on my plate, that's food distribution. When I decide to eat the yolk last of my fried egg, that is food distribution. What do you mean, food distribution? Come on, Chris. Shit'll get off the pot. What is it?
Send food out to supermarkets.
You send food out to supermarkets. Yeah. You work in a warehouse. How long have you been doing that?
2 years.
2 years. What did you do before that, Chris?
Student.
Student. What degree did you do?
Computer science.
Computer. And you ended up driving a forklift. Yeah, time wasting tit. Now, actually, before we go any further, we got any Yanks in, we got any Americans, any septics present? Any septics in? Any Americans? Extraordinary, the room's clean. No Aussies. Oh, we got some Aussies. Welcome back. Return to the scene of the crime, have we, mate? What's your name, pal?
Jeremy.
Jeremy! Beautiful British name now. You from the bush? You from the bush, mate?
Yes.
We're all from the bush, though, aren't we, mate? Stop and think about it, we're all from the bush. Most men spend their entire lives trying to get back in there. Nearly 2 years now. You're from Queensland, Jeremy?
Western Australia.
Well, no, it's all the Queensland, isn't it, mate? Come on, Jez, sing us the Australian national anthem. Can you do that for me, mate? Sing it. Pipe up, son. Sing it proud to your lungs. Let's hear it. Come on. Come on. Exactly. God, gracious Queen. There it goes. She's your queen, mate. The reason she has 2 birthdays is because she's better than you. You understand me? But you're beautiful people. Look at you. Glorious. Glorious. Right now, this box over here. Yeah. Gentleman there, what's your name, sir?
Pat.
Pat! Beautiful British name. Well, what do you do, Pat?
I'm a taxi driver.
You're a taxi driver. Fantastic. Would you like a pint glass, a proper glass to drink your beer from? You would. I'll just get you one from the bar. I'll just be a second. Here it comes in, Pat. Here comes your glass, mate. Oh, look, I've gone round this side. There you go, mate. That'll be 40 quid, please. I'm surprised you're facing me. Make me nervous. Can you turn round? Now, beautiful cab drivers, beautiful people who tend to confuse knowledge with the knowledge. Now, is that your wife? Yeah. Is it, you're married, are you? Yeah. No rings though. Yeah? Nice work, Squire. Hey? I like it. Yeah. How long have you been married?
How long?
6 years.
6 years. How's it going?
Great.
Great. You have to raise your game, pal. Now, Geezer, what's your name, Scott? Hector. Hecky. You call yourself Hecky, do you? Does that soften the fucking blow? Of all the fucking nicknames. I'll tell you though, Hector, you've done a good job there because you've taken a. Well, it's the best of a bad job, isn't it? You've taken a name that really is off the dial, shouldn't really be in use anymore. Yeah, and you've modified it into something that, well, it's different. We won't forget you, will we, Hecky? That's the point. Here with your earring. I was never confused. Now, the point is this. Curious is a better word, actually. Now, get out. The point is this. What do you do, Hecky? Tell us.
I'm a cab driver.
You're a cab driver as well. Who's driving who home tonight? Nobody. You're going to try and hail a cab on a Saturday night in the West End. There's no fucking point. They're all out of the theatre. You've taken your name, then. You've done a good job with it, Hecky. With all due respect.
Thank you.
Because there's some people out there, aren't there, Hector, who take it diabolical, fucking liberty with their God-given names. We've got any Jameses here tonight? Any Jameses present? There's one here. Now, you call yourself James, do you, son? Yes. Yeah, if you used to take a nickname, what would it be, my friend?
Jimmy.
Jimmy! Good boy. You're correct. Nice. If you're called James, call yourself Jim, Jimmy, Jimbo. At an absolute push. But never ever, for the sake of this country and all that's holy, call yourself Jamie. Call yourself Jamie, what happens next? Next thing you know, you're learning to dance, aren't you? Or worse than that, you're frying eggs in olive oil. Fucking kill him. With my bare hands, eh? Rocket with sausages, you ignorant twat. Now. Oh, the ladies like him, but they're wrong. Now. But you're beautiful people. Look at you. Now, there's a gentleman there, what must be the 6th row, with the greying hair there. Good evening, sir. Yeah, you just move looking for him. It's you. What's your name, Squire?
Sorry?
What's your name, you cloth-haired twat? Pat! Beautiful British name. Now, Pat, you're older than the others. You're obviously here in your capacity as living memory. Oh, I remember the last foot and mouth outbreak. It's a terrible thing, that foot and mouth. It's a tragedy, isn't it? What you have to remember is those animals have to be killed so that they don't die. That's right. Country folk with country ways. Now, tell me. Pat, Pops, Gramps, tell me. Now, I'm going to take a guess here at what you do for a living, sir. I'm going to take a wild stab in the dark. Pat, that you are not an estate agent. Am I right? Right. I'm banging the money, aren't I? Thank you very much. Because you never see an old one, do you? You never see an old estate agent. No, that's because it is possible to die of shame. What do you do, Pat? Tell me.
Teacher.
Your teacher. And what do you teach, Pat? What do you teach, sir? Come on. What do you teach? IT? This country's in such fucking trouble, isn't it, eh? Thanks to you, everyone's going to end up working in a call centre, aren't they? Hello? Yeah? Yeah? Have you tried turning it off? Right, now turn it back on again. You're welcome. This whole country works in a call centre, doesn't it, Pat? This whole country works in a call centre thanks to people like you. It's a tragedy. This country used to have the mightiest army, the most powerful navy, and the mightiest air force the world has ever known! To sustain the greatest empire that has ever existed in all human history! The British Empire. Now everyone works in a call centre, don't they, Pat? If a new Hitler comes along, what are we going to do? Put him on hold? Well, good luck to you now. No, you're beautiful, beautiful people tonight. Gaze here with the can. What's your name, son? Andy, beautiful British name. What do you do?
Make shotguns.
You what?
Make shotguns.
You make shortcuts. Shotguns. All right. Well, in a way, a shotgun is a shortcut. Certainly gets you places quicker, doesn't it? Now, hey, cabby. Now, what is it? That's a proper job, isn't it? It's a fucking craft. You're like Jesus, aren't you, Andy? In many ways, you are like Jesus, because Jesus, he lived his life in a way, an example we should all follow, didn't he? Yeah? Because Jesus had a proper job. He was a carpenter, Jesus, wasn't he? Yeah. And you can tell he was a tradesman, can't you? Because he disappeared off the face of the earth for 3 days with no rational explanation. Obviously a tradesman. 12 mates hanging around expecting lunch. It's all there. Put the kettle on, Jesus. I've done it. Now. But you're beautiful people. Yeah? Citizens of hope and glory. British people. These two monkeys over here. What's your name, son? Mike!
Yeah.
British name. What do you do, Mike?
I'm a police officer.
You're a police officer. See, they say, don't they, that ignorance leads to hatred, don't they, Mike? But on this occasion, it's knowledge, isn't it? You're plain clothes. You're plain clothes policeman, are you?
No, I'm
because those clothes are really fucking plain. What rank are you?
I'm just a PC.
You're just a constable. Yeah. Where do you fly, Mike? Tell us.
Great Manchester.
Greater Manchester. Yeah. Ooh, Christ. Not long now, eh? So, only really a matter of time, isn't it, now? You applaud as well? No. No, what do you do, son?
VAT.
VAT? Heat off, Mike. What's your name, son?
Tom.
Tom! Beautiful British name. Good. Is your dad proud of you? He's never said so, has he? VAT, Mr. Plumber. You want a steak out? He's starting to really fucking sweat. It's beautiful now. No, the British police are the finest police in the world, aren't they, Mike?
Yeah.
Yeah, you are. No, you fucking are. Have some pride in yourself. No, you are the finest police in the world because you're not armed, are you? And that shows the dedication to duty that no other police force shows in the world. I'm right, aren't I? Yeah? Absolutely, because if a British police wants to kill someone, he has to kick him to death. Engaged in a prolonged cover-up over many years. Involving paperwork. Now, no. Good luck to you, son. You're beautiful. Because you're beautiful people. Citizens of hope and glory. Because we, the British, are, without a shadow of a doubt, the most nonsensical, down-to-earth fucking people in the world. Yeah, what's your favourite sport? Football. Good man. It's a foot. It's a ball. Kick it around. Yeah, what's your favourite sport? Jeremy? Fencing, of course it is. I was never confused. Just buy a fucking gun, you time waster. Fencing. What's your favourite sport, Andy? Football, good boy. Too tall. What's your favourite sport? Football. Yeah? What's your favourite sport?
Sailing.
Sailing. What, is this a Brighton season ticket holder? Disgust, mate. Cabby, what's your favourite sport?
Rugby.
Rugby. Posh man's sport, of course. Yeah? 15 men in the team, because posh people can afford to have more friends. Hecky, what's your favourite sport?
Table tennis.
Table tennis? Grow up! You're not on holiday in France now, are you? It's not a proper sport, is it, pal? It's not! Have you got any fans of snooker here tonight, by the way? Any fans of snooker? You should all be fans of snooker. Yeah, I want you all to salute snooker right now. Let's all salute snooker together. It's beautiful. Snooker saved this country. 1940 Battle of Britain, snooker saved this country. Yeah? All those girls pushing squadrons out of the English Channel. We won that war with 1 foot on the fucking floor. Because we invented all the main sports, didn't we? Yeah? Football, we invented football, which means if and when the England football team lose. If and when the England football team lose. Yeah, we're still not used to winning yet, are we? If and when the England football team lose, it's not because they've actually lost the game, but simply because the other country are not playing it in the manner it was intended to be played. Why else a cricket match is called tests, eh? It's because it's a test of our colonial cousins' manners, isn't it? Yeah, you Aussies are fucking rude, aren't you? With your fat bowler with greasy hands now. You're beautiful people. It's a pleasure drinking with people like you. Yeah, so how long have you been into sailing then? 12 years. 12 years of denying the existence of an outboard motor. My favourite sport at the moment actually is the Formula 1. We got any fans of that? Formula 1? Yeah. Like that. Fantastic. It's fucking top flying, isn't it? Yeah? 200 miles an hour! Yeah? May well be the same speed as 320 kilometres an hour, but I know which one's faster. Because miles are bigger. The point is this, it's a great sport, isn't it? Like that. Yeah? Poor old Coulthard, though, hey? Oh dear. Oh no, she's stuck in thud. Oh dear. She should be in first, but she's in third, okay? If I was in second, I might get going, but I'm in third. Oh, fucking okay. He'll never win it. Of course not, he hasn't got it in him, has he? He's a jock, it's that simple. They're a defeated people. They work for us now. The point is, but the Formula One's fantastic, isn't it? Yeah? But the basic problem with it is, Andy, and let's speak man to man here. The basic problem with it is, it's not dangerous enough, is it? If we're honest with each other, it's not dangerous enough, is it, mate? No, of course not. I mean, you remember Pops back in the 70s, yeah? In your early 70s. Those cars, they used to burst into flames every quarter of an hour, didn't they, mate? Yeah, Austrians. That's entertainment, isn't it? Yeah? I wish no harm upon the drivers, just want me Sundays livened up. That's all we're asking. Yeah, one at the start of the race, one in the middle, one at the end. Yeah, 5 other crashes during the race. Yeah, 4 cars finishing, carnage. That's all we're asking, isn't it? Yeah, then maybe the women would watch it, wouldn't they? Yeah, you'd have something to talk about Sunday tea time, as opposed to the usual crushing marital silence. I tell you, whoever invented the weekend didn't really stop to think how long 2 days can be. It's a fucking eternity, isn't it, eh? Bank holiday. Ha, ha, ha! Take up fishing. The point is this. It's not dangerous enough, is it? Now, there's many ways. Do you follow it closely, mate? No, there's many ways to make it more dangerous, isn't there? Yeah, they could narrow the tyres, couldn't they? So there's less grip on the track, which means you've got to brake early going into the corner. Which means if you brake late, you'll get past the other car, yeah? They could widen the track so there's more chances to pass. Each time you pass, you're in danger of actually hitting the other car. More crash potential, yeah? They could raise the curb so if you come off the track, you're fucked. They could put less downforce on each car, so there's less dirty air behind the car, which means you can get in closer and slingshot around them in the corner if you're prepared to brake later than him, yeah? They could put a speed cap on the car, so the cars with a high horsepower don't have the advantage in the straight, which means you get more past in the straight, which means more potential for crashes, yeah? They could do all them things, couldn't they, Andy? Yeah? But I think there's a better way to make Formula One more dangerous, and it's a brilliant solution. Dead simple. What they should do to make Formula One more dangerous, what they should do is they should privatise it. That's right. The track belongs to someone else. How's that help, hey? Don't train the drivers, it's cheaper, isn't it? Then get a load of old cars with doors that pop open random. But paint them bright yellow so people think they're new. It's a brilliant British scheme. Now, hey, young lady here, what's your name, sweetheart? Angela, beautiful British name. Yeah? You married to this young man here? Yeah, how long have you been married? 5 years. How's it going? Good. Oh dear. Now, because what do you do for a living, Angela? Tell us.
I'm an IT trainer.
You're an IT trainer. Fucking hell. This country's in such trouble. This boy builds battleships, for fuck's sake. The point is this, love. When I walked out here, and I'm sure you won't mind my saying this, Angela, when I walked out here, I took one look at you, and do you know what I saw? I'm sure you won't mind my saying this. Huh? I saw a feminist. That's right, a feminist. Yeah? Well, it's all there, isn't it? Trousers, job, it's a full package. You probably think, don't you, sweetheart, that all the world's problems is caused by men. You probably think that, don't you? Yeah? Oh, you do, don't you? You fucking do, don't you? Sister. Oh, yes, you do. You do, don't you, love? Yeah? Yeah? Well, you're on to something. After all the wars that have ever been fought in human history have been fought by men, haven't they? Men killing other men in a quarrel only men care about or understand, yeah? Men killing each other with weapons designed by men for the sole purpose of killing men, yeah? Men joining an army run by men wearing uniforms designed by men, shoot each other with guns designed by men for the sole purpose of killing other men, yeah? Then one lot of men join one big army, another lot of men join another big army, the two armies meet in the middle, and they have a big fight. And between the armies, no man's land, isn't it, love? Not no woman's land. And they shoot each other, dig a ditch, they hide from the other men, they dig a ditch too, they hide. They're shelling each other now, shells fired from cannons designed by men, fired by men, designed by men for killing men, yeah? Next thing you know, there's aeroplanes in the sky, aeroplanes designed by men, flown by men, dropping bombs on men, bombs designed by men for killing men, yeah? Next thing you know, there's fighter aeroplanes designed by men, flown by men, trying to shoot down the men in the bomber planes who are trying to drop the bombs on the men to kill the men with bombs designed by men, yeah? Next thing you know, there's 20 million fucking men dead. And someone goes, hang on, Phyllis, this ain't worth it. So some men sit down with some other men and they write a peace treaty and the men stop fighting. They don't fight for 20 years. They really fucking want to fight, but they're not allowed to fight. Another man comes along and goes, hang on, fellas, them wankers were wrong. Let's tear this treaty up. Let's have another ruck. And then they go, another war starts. More men killing more men with cleverer weapons designed by cleverer men. Next thing you know, there's atom bombs that vaporise men. And there's a bomb coming in on a fucking laser. A laser designed by a man for killing a man. Next thing you know, there's the vicar, innit? He's in church. He's a man, isn't he? He's going, come on, boys. God's on your side. He's a man, isn't he? Get in there and kill more men. That's probably how you see the world, isn't it? The thing is, Treacle, the thing is, darling, the thing is, Princess, we got to do something to get out of the house, haven't we? You've got a simple choice here, ladies, haven't you? Global conflict as it stands, or us in the way while you're trying to fucking hoover. What price, peace, sisters? But you're beautiful people. Because we, the British, are the most sensible, normal, down-to-earth fucking people. Yeah, Jeremy, Australia. Yeah? If you want a good rule of thumb for Great Britain, yeah, and our place in the world, yeah, in the middle of the map, at the top. The bottom right-hand corner. It's just as well you're not from New South Wales, eh? As if we needed a New South Wales. So if you're going to have a New South Wales, you might have it as far away as fucking possible. But if you want to understand Great Britain, this place in the world, here's a rule of thumb for you, Jez. Simple rule of thumb. Great Britain traditionally has trouble with countries beginning with an I. It's a good rule of thumb. Iran, Iraq, Indonesia, India. It's over now, of course. Italy, not a threat as such, but dealt with. Ireland, we're playing the long game on that one, obviously. Iceland, Cod War, 74. Hitler's Germany. Countries that begin with an I. Now, because we are the most sensible people. We are nothing like, and it's time to talk about this now, we are nothing like, we are nothing like the French. Now, I shouldn't really have a pop at the French line, Jimmy. No, they're not here to defend themselves, are they? No. And we know how good they are at that. Never forget, it was the British Army's plan to collapse back to Dunkirk in a massive hurry and fuck off pronto. If you're not there, the Germans can't beat you. Don't knock it, it worked. The point is this. How many times have you run away from a crime scene, Mike? Have you run away from a crime scene? You know, it's starting to get really fucking hairy. You've never done that, have you? Yeah, but the basic problem, I mean, the police has changed, isn't it? Yeah, what's that thing you have to say? When you arrested me, what's the old blurb you have to say?
Oh.
Go on.
No.
You don't know it, do you? You haven't learned it, have you? Go on, say it, try it, go on. Yeah, come on, say it. You must remember it. I mean, how many people have you arrested this week, right? No, I'm on holiday. None? You're on holiday? The criminals of Greater Manchester take a week off. You disgust me. No, but I actually feel sorry for the French. I do. Because they've lost it, haven't they? They've completely lost it. They've lost the plot completely, haven't they? For instance, they call a swimming pool a piscine. I don't know about you, but I'm not getting in there, am I? No need to be so honest, is there? Something we've all done once. The point is this. Disgusting. No, they've lost it, haven't they? Now, the reason for this is the French like to ask too many questions. Now, we don't like to ask questions in this country, do we, Andy? Do we? Jez? No. Do we? Chris? No. Do we? Mike? No. Do we? No. We don't like to ask questions in this country, but the French are mad for questions. They're always asking questions, the French. That's all it is, French, innit? A load of fucking questions, yeah? With a qu'est-ce que c'est, and a qu'est-ce que c'est que ça, and a comment t'appelles-tu, and a quel âge as-tu, and a quel temps fait-il, and a quelle heure est-il, and a où est la gare, and a combien pour deux billets, s'il vous plaît. Puis avoir un pain au chocolat et deux baguettes, et du jambon aussi. Et du beurre, oh, j'ai oublié du beurre. Je suis homosexuel, êtes-vous homosexuel aussi? Voulez-vous coucher avec moi ce soir? Les fucking questions! It's a madhouse! It's a madhouse. They eat frogs, snails and horses. It's disgusting, isn't it, eh? No wonder the asylum seekers aren't stopping in France. Coming over here taking our beggars' jobs. If anyone's going to be homeless in this country, it's going to be British people first. At this rate, we're going to have to build extra bridges for them to live under. It's ridiculous. Now, we have the finest poor people in the world, don't we? Equipped with Sky Digital. That's right. Back off, Brussels. But the French have lost it, haven't they? I mean, that Eiffel Tower, eh? You ever been up the Eiffel Tower, Jeremy?
I have.
You have, haven't you? What was the view like?
It's okay.
It's okay. No, mate, it was of Paris. If I could see London from the top of that thing, I'd be impressed. As it is, it's a tragic waste of fucking Meccano. As a result, French children have nothing to play with except themselves. That's how it starts, isn't it, Hecky, eh? No, they've lost it. For instance, when a French bloke's in trouble, right, when a French bloke's in mortal danger, trust me, I've tested this, he doesn't do what you or I would do, Andy, does he? No, when a French bloke's in trouble, he does something very strange. Something very peculiar, something that suggests to me he doesn't really want to be rescued at all. Right? He's French, he probably wants it over with. The point is this, when a French bloke's in trouble, he doesn't do what you and I would do. He doesn't shout out help, does he? The international word for help. Of course, comes from the English word help, meaning help, used in times of stress requiring help. No. What does he do? He does something very odd, very different. He goes like this, he goes, "Au secours! Au secours!" And as a result, no one steps forward to rescue him. Well, I'm not going to. I've no idea what he's on about. No, they've lost it, haven't they? They've completely fucking lost it. They've got a town called Brest. And none of them think it's funny. That's pathetic. That is pathetic. How pathetic is that? The land of missed opportunity. But we, the British, are the most sensible people in the world. We're smart! And we're cunning. We have the ideas and we see them fucking through, don't we? Yeah? British Empire's an example of this, innit? Yeah? Innit, Jeremy, from Australia? What happened over 300 years ago, many brave men set off around the world. Clive of India, Steve of Africa, Allen of the Atlantic. And they set off in their little wooden boats, and what did they do? They selected the finest holiday locations in the world. And then when the fighting had died down, they put in an airport, gift shop, and taught the locals English. It's fucking poetry. You call it Ayers Rock, mate. We call it 2 weeks off. So we are the most sensible people. We're smart and we're cunning. After all, it was the British. It was the British who invented the atom bomb. It was. But we got the Americans to build and test it in their country. You don't want one of those things going off in Peckham, do you? Of course not. There'd be no way to know if the test had been successful. But you're beautiful people. Discerning, intelligent people. There's a geezer there with glasses on. What's your name, sir? Second row with the glasses.
David.
Dave! Beautiful British name. What do you do, David?
I'm an estate agent.
You're an estate agent. Arrest that man. Where's your particular patch?
Clapham.
Clapham. Ooh, pumping up the fucking prices there. What's a 3-bed in Clapham cost now then?
300 or 400.
300 or 400,000. In Clapham. It's still only fucking Clapham, isn't it? You parasite. Now the point is this. Is that your missus?
Yeah.
You married?
No.
No. Living together?
No.
No. How long have you been seeing each other? 4 years. 4 years? You're not living together? Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh mate, it's not really going anywhere, is it? You need to pass the ball, don't you? You're going to spend your whole life dribbling. No, you're an intelligent man, Dave, I can see that. You're an educated man. Glasses, it's a giveaway, isn't it? I'll have you know right now, Squire, I've not wasted my eyesight reading books, you understand that? Nearly 2 years now. You're a bright man, but you're not a genius or anything, are you? No, quite frankly, I don't know about you, but I think the word genius is one that's overused these days. What do you think? You'd agree with me, yeah? Name a genius, Dave.
Einstein.
Einstein. Albert Einstein. You're saying he's a genius. I'm saying he was a mouthy bastard. He's got a haircut. Of course, being from Switzerland, there was no army, there was no chance of national service, he didn't get in a haircut. As a result, he ended up spouting a load of fucking nonsense. According to Albert Einstein, theory of relativity. Theory of relativity. Yeah? The faster you go, the heavier you get. That's what he said, isn't it? Well, that's bollocks, isn't it? Or fat blokes be quicker on their feet, wouldn't they? Yeah, you, do you want to get up here, prove him wrong? No, you can't get out of your chair, can you? He equals him stuck in the chair. Name another genius, David. Isaac Newton, would you say he's a genius? Yeah, you would. Yeah, Isaac Newton, father of modern physics, gave us the world we live in today through his theoretical applications of physics. Now, I think he wasn't a genius at all, in fact. I think he was a fucking time waster. What did he do? How many lives do we have in this world? Eh? Just the one. And what did he do with his one life? I'll tell you, for 23 years of his life, 23 years, all Isaac Newton did all day, every day, was think, wasn't it? Think. That's all he did all day, every day. Think. Yeah? Come on. What if I divide by velocity? No, that'd be a cunt. What about that apple? No, the apple's has nothing to do with any of this. Get back on the physics. Like that, yeah? For 23 years of his life, at the end of it, he'd come up with the idea that every action causes an equal and opposite reaction. 23 years that took him to come up with 8 fucking words. 23 years. Now, we all know, if you spill some cunt's pint, he's going to lamp you. That's not physics, is it? It's economics, isn't it? Supply and demand. He's asking for it. You're going to fucking give it to him, aren't you? Would you say Shakespeare was a genius, Dave? I would agree with you. Shakespeare was a genius. It's just a shame he wasted it writing plays. He should have done something constructive, like invent a smoke detector that doesn't go off when you're cooking sausages. Just open it to the floor. Any more geniuses? Chuck a couple in. Mozart. We'll get to him. Elvis Presley. Clive Sinclair. Says a fat bloke. You flatten that thing's battery in 10 seconds, wouldn't it? Oh no, I'll strip the clutch. What is this? Charles Darwin, would you say he's a genius, ladies and gentlemen? Yeah, he invented evolution, didn't he? Charles Darwin? Invented evolution. According to Charles Darwin, Hecky here is the result of a 4 billion year process of perfection. You can't breed, can you, mate? No. And they're never going to let you adopt. What is this? Charles Darwin, a genius. You're saying, yeah? You'd say that, would you, Dave? Charles Darwin? Yeah? Yeah? The problem, though, with Charles Darwin's theory of evolution, the basic problem with it is there's no proof, is there? No proof that the man in the street, the woman in the home, can just look at, right, with their own two, like that, and go, oh, obviously he's right, innit? Yeah? Yeah, without having to wade through loads of books about fucking insects. There's nothing out there. Just, I mean, if Charles Darwin's right, Dave, why don't gazelles? Yeah? Gazelles, Hecky. Why don't gazelles? On a gazelle's backside, yeah? Stop smiling at me! I was never confused, no. No, I just want to see what it is they're doing, that's all. Watch them for a few hours, you know. See exactly what's going on, you know. Rule it out as disgusting, that's all. Get out. The point is this. If Charles Darwin's right, why don't gazelles on their backside have a big picture of a chair? That's right, a chair. Because if circus folk have proven one thing over many years, it is this: that lions are frightened of chairs. Charles Darwin, card-carrying fucking cretin. Now, but there is one name. When people talk about genius, apart from Francis Drake, of course, mate, when people talk about genius, there's one name that always comes up. When people talk about the sheer burning bright flame of human creativity, burning bright in one person, streaking across the night sky of human consciousness and culture, it's always Mozart, isn't it? Someone said Mozart a moment ago. Would you say Mozart was a genius? Yeah? Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart. Now, Jerry from Oz, I don't expect you to have heard of him. Wham! Yes, not Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart. Now, you're saying he's a genius, were you, Dave? Yeah? He was certainly an ideal child, wasn't he? Yeah? By the time he was 4, he was out of the house, wasn't he? Generating income. You just can't argue with kids like that, can you? Put it in the trust fund, fiddle it, that's right. £4 when he's 21. That's the game plan. Blame it on inflation and the collapse of the housing market. Now, inevitable collapse of the housing market. The point is this. You're saying he's a genius, aren't you, Dave? Now, the reason people say that Mozart was a genius is because by the time he was aged 3 years old, right, he had written a tune of Twinkle Twinkle, Little Star. Do you know that tune, Angela? Do you know that tune? You do. Would you like to sing it for us now? Come on, love. Sing it for us now. Into the microphone. Here we go.
Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are.
Put your back into it. Come on, this is your West End debut. Fucking milk it, for Christ's sake. Come on.
Up above the
Hey, shut up! We'll get to you, sweetheart. Now, come on.
Like a diamond in the sky, twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are.
That's beautiful. Round of applause for Angela. A flawless performance. Let's all sing it, shall we? Let's all sing that now. Because Dave here is saying he was a genius for writing that, so we need. Let's just wallow in the sheer creative brilliance of Mozart's daring compositional talent. Here we go. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Up above the world so high, like a diamond in the sky. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Oh, that's beautiful. Give yourself a round. That was glorious. All of us singing together as a community. That was a beautiful British moment. It was like the Blitz in here for a minute, wasn't it, Pops? Except without the reassuring sound of East London being destroyed in the background. I'll tell you what, it's something you like about Hermann Goering, but he could pick a place. Now, let's just go over this tune one more time, shall we, Dave? You're saying he was a genius for writing this, aren't you, son? Let's put your theory to the test. Dave, son, we're 4/5 of the way through this now, and I'm yet to detect any traces of genius. Do you think he's going to turn it round with the last 12 notes? Let's see, shall we? Oh no, what a fucking surprise. Yeah, right, yeah. To think the Austrians are proud of him. It's the same fucking tune as Bar Bar Black Sheep, isn't it? Thieving little shit. He lived a lie and the guilt killed him young. Now, of course, to the young Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart, the now discredited genius, Amadeus Mozart, that tune wasn't known as Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, was it? No. No. To young Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart, that tune was known as something very, very different, wasn't it? That's right. Because to the young Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart, that tune was actually known as Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. Now, I don't know about you, and maybe it's just our British ears at work. The moment you hear anything in a German accent, regardless of what it might be, a child's nursery rhyme devoid of content, anything said in a German accent out of nowhere suddenly is rendered somewhat suspicious, isn't it? Somewhere in the background you can hear the whine of Bombay doors opening. Yeah, the Doodlebug's motor cutting out. Things just changed, said in a German accent. Maybe it's just our British ears, but it doesn't matter what it is. Instantly, somewhere out of nowhere, fucking suspicious. Perhaps the Germans have put it in to keep us on our toes. But the point is this. Doesn't matter what you say, it comes out funny, doesn't it? Yeah? Twinkle! Twinkle! Little star! I wonder for sure. Like a diamond in the sky. Oh, thunder. Bonsoir.
Humpty. Dumpty. Sit on boy. Humpty. Humpty. Had a good fall.
Oh,
The king's horses.
oh, the king's man. Could not put Humpty together again.
Three. Plat. Mas.
Blood mass.
Sie Hause ran. They'll let off hams. Was?
A cut of Satan's blood calendars. Did you ever see such a thing in your life? A straight... blind. Nice!
Yeah.
I think the Germans claimed they had no idea what was going on, eh? Now, I'm under... You're beautiful people. I'm under quite a lot of pressure at the moment, actually. You may have noticed that. I'm under a lot of pressure because what we call the Irish question, or more specifically the Irish problem, in my business, licensed fitting, being a publican, has finally reached breaking point. Breaking point, because in the old days, of course, the Irish used to blow our pubs up, didn't they? Now they refit them tastefully. I know which terrifies me more. They've got to decommission some of these pubs, that's what I'm saying. The point is, it's everywhere now. It's a tragic thing. You only have to turn your back for 20 minutes, maybe half an hour, maybe 40 minutes. At the cash and carry. As long as I've been talking to you, say, at the cash and carry, yeah? That's all you have to do. By the time we get back, park up the Granada, get the dry roast out. Next thing you know, they've done it up, haven't they? They're full fucking Irish. Yeah, there's a bicycle in the window, isn't there? Yeah? But not any old bicycle, no, one with a basket in. Yeah? A ladies' bike with a basket, yeah? There's buckets everywhere, there's rope on the bar, there's a lucky blarney wishing well in the gents, there's signs to Galway. I don't want to go to fucking Galway! And it's everywhere. And it's a thin end of the wedge as well. 2 years as an Irish pub. The moment you take his dive, next thing you know, you're an all bar one. Olives. Ciabatta bread. I tell you, it's time for the good people of Gibraltar to dust off those guns, isn't it? And sink every Italian bread boat going by. I tell you, look, in fact, I beg you now, if you're driving home tonight, ladies and gentlemen, and you do see someone on a scooter, do us all a favour, will you? Knock him off. You never know, your luck, it could be the Oliver boy. Papers with scrambled egg, eh? Now the ladies like him, but they're wrong. What is this? No, because I'm under a lot of pressure. And when I'm in a dark place, ladies and gentlemen, and I mean personally, not Finland in the winter, I turn to the words of Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. Not because I'm a religious person, no, but because he was British, obviously. Hanging around with a bunch of blokes, Matthew, Mark, Luke, Pete, John, Alan, Steve, Jeff, Nigel. There wasn't a Pat there, was there, mate? No. Or a Hecky, no. Of course not. Jesus would hang around with thieves and prostitutes, wouldn't he? And he drew the line at cab drivers. And if only he'd got a cab that Maundy Thursday night, eh? South of Jordan this time of night. Ended up Judas had to pay for the minicabs with his so he was flush. Now, minicab ain't insured for crucifixion. Now, Jesus was a great bloke. You can tell that. You can tell he was British, can't you? Because he loved his mum and he always got his round in. Telltale giveaway signs. He loved his mum, and of course, we all love our mothers, don't we? And none of us like the idea of our mothers engaging in sexual intercourse. To set up a world religion based on the notion that she never did is really... taking that too far now. But he was a great bloke, and he said many wise things. He said you should live each day as if it's your last. That's better advice for you, really, Pops, isn't it? You should live each day as if it's your last day. If it was my last day on earth, I think what I'd do is I'd shut just after lunch. Take the afternoon off, you know. Obviously, I'd put the pickle back in the fridge. Yeah, you don't want to leave chaos behind you, do you? But Jesus was a wise man, an intelligent man, and he said this, and I want you to take it with you because you're beautiful people tonight. It's been a pleasure, an honour and a privilege drinking with all of you. You're beautiful fucking people. Eh? Good luck, Pops. Not long now. But Jesus said this, take it with you. Man! Sorry to leave you out of this bit, Hecky. Man cannot live by beer alone. No. He needs crisps and nuts as well. Maybe a lovely packet of scratchings. You've been fantastic. Have a great weekend. I'll see you again. Please take your glasses. Fucking kill that brewery rep. Look at me, this is ridiculous, isn't it? This is actually ridiculous, isn't it? Look at me. Right. here goes. Need to pat a bit of wind clear. Here we go.
Oh, yeah.
I think I'll have the antidote now. I love you. No, this is humiliating. Look at this ludicrous fucking get up. It's humiliating today of all days as well. Because today, it's actually the anniversary of my divorce. Yeah, no, I don't blame myself, obviously. No. What a British human man would. No, of course not. You might not know this, but 2.5 years ago, my wife, ex-wife, why don't you just fucking say it? My ex-wife, that's better, isn't it? My ex-wife ran off with a French slouch. Yeah. Since left him for a German. Come and live with me. You will be taken care of. And I've since moved to Italy, so every morning my boy's been served a full English, cooked in olive oil. And to lose a wife is one thing, ladies and gentlemen. Tolerable, in actual fact. But to lose a son is something very fucking... It's very different. Now, have you got kids, Jeremy? I don't. No? Oh, what? No one hurt. Andy, you got kids?
On the way.
On the way. Nice work, Squire. You got a round in the chamber. Pat, you got kids?
Firing blanks, mate.
You're blank as well. Becky, it's a box of Jaff, isn't it? You two got kids?
Yeah. 2 boys.
You got 2 boys. All right. What are the name of the boys?
Aaron and Billy.
Aaron and Billy. Beautiful British names. Which name did you choose?
None of them.
None of them. She's got you well housebroken, hasn't she? Now, having kids is a beautiful thing, isn't it? It's a beautiful thing. Having kids is the most beautiful thing a man can do for the woman he wants to stop going on about having kids, isn't it? And you remember when little... Is it Aaron's the oldest?
Yeah.
You remember when he was born?
No.
No? You weren't there?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, you do, yeah. Of course you do. And there'd been all that screaming, isn't there? Yeah? This time it really was your fault. And I hand you that child, don't I? Your firstborn. Your flesh and fucking blood. And there's all them feelings coursing through you, isn't there? There's love, joy, hope, pride, happiness, tenderness, compassion, triumph. There's relief, isn't there? Yeah? Thank God it wasn't me who had to push this out me clacker. Oh my God. Look at the size of that head. No, I couldn't. No, definitely not. And I've laid some cable in my time. There's fear, isn't there? Yeah? Am I going to be a good dad? Am I up to this? There's doubt. Is it mine? There's significance as well. I've created human life. I'm a god! Insignificance as well. Well, my life's over, innit? Better knuckle down and fill in them VAT returns. I think they're on my trail now. There's love, joy, hope, happiness, pride, significance, triumph, elation, joy, tenderness. And of course, a sudden, burning urge to hang all paedophiles when previously hadn't really given it a moment's thought. That's the truth about having kids, isn't it? It automatically makes you more right-wing, out of nowhere. Whoa, just like that. It's a relief for the history of the world that Adolf Hitler never had any kids, isn't it? Thinking about it, isn't it? Fucking hell. He'd have got to Moscow. Now, you're beautiful people. And I've travelled far and wide throughout this world, ladies and gentlemen. I've been to Brussels. And I've been to Paris. Got the wrong train for Brussels. Now, he's going to say to mate, we've had a skin fault now. And I went on that Eurostar now. Who here has been on the Eurostar? Show of hands, please. Yeah. Klaus, you have. Right? So, Klaus, it's fantastic in the Eurostar. Speak freely with me, mate. Yeah? On the French side, Eurostar is incredible, isn't it? If you had to sum up in one word, what would it be?
Fast.
Fast! Exactly. On the French side, it's like shit off a shovel, isn't it? Yeah? It's like a bullet from a rifle barrel. Yeah? It's like lightning, isn't it? It's fantastic. It's so fast on the French side. Yeah? Like that. Yeah? Like that. Except it's a train, not a bloke, isn't it? So it's a lot more impressive. Whereas on the British side, it's not so quick, is it, mate? If we're honest with ourselves, it's not like shit off a shovel. It's not like a bullet. It's not even like lightning. Not a little bit. No. It's more like a clown car, isn't it? Basically. Like that. Now this means, if you want, this means your journey, London, Paris, Paris, London, runs as follows. And, now, there is a fucking good reason for this. And it is not that Great Britain is a clapped-out country that can't finish a railway line on time. No, it's dead simple. The driver, he's English. He's just trying to spend as little time in France as he possibly can. He's only human. Because if you want to understand the world, and I'm sure as a result of this evening's show, we all understand the world a whole lot better. If you understand the world, look to the French. Because the world begins at Calais. The French, if you understand them, look to the way they think. The French are mad for philosophy, aren't they? There's a famous French philosopher, a man called Jean-Paul Sartre. Jean-Paul Sartre. Now, he came up with a thing called existentialism. Yeah? Existentialism. Now, according to existentialism, you are what you do. What you do makes you who and what you are. Yeah? Well, what did that make him then? Right? You are what you do. Well, it's obvious, isn't it? And therefore the French biological extension. It's obvious, isn't it? Because he was a French thinker, wasn't he? And the French word for think is pons, isn't it? It really is that simple. Fantastic. Enjoy yourselves. I'll see you again. Please say it last. Right. Thanks, folks.